So lesson 13-3 on reporting the withholding and payroll taxes. So section 1, we recorded just the payroll related to paying employees. And we debited salary expense. We credited lots of liabilities for Social Security, Medicare, employee federal income tax, and other things. And we credited cash for the net pay. So that was recording our costs as an employer of having employees, as well as all the liabilities because the employees were paying all those withholding taxes. Then in section 2, 13-2, we figured out how to record payroll taxes for the employer. So what their costs are just because they have employees. So there were 4 payroll taxes: Social Security, Medicare, unemployment for federal, and unemployment for state. And those 4 taxes together were what the payroll tax expense was. So now we're going to, in this section, report all the withholding related to all that, employee pieces and employer pieces from section 1 and 2. So you have these handouts. I would make sure I get them, and it's a rules-based thing more than anything. So we're just reporting to other federal and state government agencies. So the first one is the W-2, which is the wage and tax statement. And the things that I would note on here is this is page 387 if you don't have the handout. What I would note is that every employee receives a W-2 from their employer. The information on this document comes from the employee earnings record. It is due from the employer to the employee by January 31st every year, because they have to provide this to the employees so the employees can prepare their federal tax return. So getting it to them by January 31st is key so that you have a few months to do your tax return. And if they don't get it to you on time, you could ultimately end up making them pay for any penalties for filing your return late possibly, or suing them for not getting you the information. The other thing that I would know about it is that there are 4 copies when the employer prepares this. The first copy is going to go to the Social Security Administration office so that they have it, and then the second copy, copy B, is going to go to the employee, and the employee would attach it to their federal tax return. Copy C also goes to the employee so that they can keep it for their personal records. And then copy D is for the employer to keep with their business records. So 4 copies of it. That is the W-2, wage and tax statement. Then the employer's quarterly tax return is called a Form 941. So if you look there, it's Form 941, the employer's quarterly federal tax return. And this one, there's a few things to know about. It's on page 388 and 389. So it is reporting 3 things. I would write this in my notes. The federal income tax, and in parentheses I would just say the employee portion that we had computed from the tables in section 1. Then I would say Social Security tax, the employee and the employer portion. So both of them, 6.2% for the employee, 6.2% for the employer. And then the third thing it includes is Medicare. And again, it is employee and employer portions. 1.45% for the employee portion, 1.45% for the employer portion. So that is what is getting reported on this form, and you can see that it's going to happen kind of once we get down in here. And then It is due the last day of the month following the end of the quarter. The last day of the month following the end of the quarter. So the quarters end on March 31st, June 30th, September 30th, and December 31st. That's when a quarter ends. That means these are due the following month. So they're due April 30th, July 31st, October 31st, and January 1st, if you want to throw that into a schedule. And the last thing is all this information is going to come from the employee earnings record, or we are going to fill it out as we are going. So if you look through this thing, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put the heading, so the name of the company. Then the number of employees is listed on line 1 of the form. On line 2, I put my total quarterly earnings, which comes from, again, our earnings records or payroll register for all employees. The next thing I'm going to do is the income tax withheld. So the income tax withheld is the federal income tax for all employees. Federal income tax for all employees. Line 5, I'm going to do the employee and employer Social Security and Medicare. So that's why, if you look at this, it's taking that total earnings number up above times 12.4, so that's the 6.2% for the employee and the 6.2 for the employer portion. And then this is 2.9 because it's the 1.45% of Medicare for the employee and 1.45% for the employer. So I take the earnings times those percentages and I get those numbers. And then I add those all up, the Social Security and Medicare, to get this one. And then I total all the taxes. So I take the federal income tax and the Social Security and Medicare, and I get $10,655. And then if you look in the book, you'll notice that filling out the form, I put that same number because there's no adjustments on line 8, 10, and 11, but they're not showing that on this form, but we'll do it when we do a work together. So then the last part of the form, which is on page 389 in your book, the next step that we do is we put our state abbreviation, so PA for Pennsylvania. We say if we are a monthly scheduled depositor, which most people are, depending on your size. And then the last step is we do the monthly deposits. And those monthly deposits are that every single month as an employer we're going to pay or deposit with the federal government, pay them for any federal income tax, Social Security, or Medicare that we took out of employees' checks, as well as our portion if applicable. And we took all those monies and we sent them and paid them, and they consider that a deposit. So this is all the amounts that I paid for that quarter to the government already, and I add those up. So that's the Form 941 on the employer's quarterly federal taxes. So then the last form that we're going to do is the W-3, which is the transmittal of wage and tax statement. So this W-3 it looks a lot like the W-2 because it's basically just for every single employee added up. So all employees are on this one. So I take the W-2 for every single employee, add them up, and I get what the total is for the entire company. And I will send this form to the Social Security Administration office as well. It is due on February 28th or 29th if it's a leap year. So it is due at that point. They get an extra month, and you attach each employee W-2 form to this. And the other rule you have to know that I would have on here is that if you have over 250 employees, you must file this thing electronically. The only other thing that I wanted to mention is that some federal tax forms can be printed on the internet. However, a lot of tax forms, such as the W-2 and the W-3, are machine readable forms, so they have to be obtained from the IRS, and I can do that through different office supply places, but I can't just print this off the internet. It has to be a certain type of machine readable form for the W-2 and W-3. So just to summarize, this W-3 is to report all withholdings for all employees for the entire company, and it's due by February 28th, going to Social Security admin. The W-2 is for individual employees. It's due to that individual employee by January 31st. I send them a couple copies. I send Social Security admin a copy, and I keep one for myself as the employer. So it is all the withholding taxes, federal, etc., and their earnings, so they can prepare their tax return. And then quarterly, I have to file this Form 941, and it's due on the following month after the end of the quarter. And the quarter's all in March 31st, June 30, September 30th, December 31st. And I just have to kind of methodically go through here, but it's reporting the federal income tax, Social Security, and Medicare tax to the government. And it shows on that last form kind of what we've deposited already and what we've already passed on to them related to the employee and employer. So make sure you know what's on each of these forms, when they're due, and who they're going to.